dear viewers. Hope you all would be hale and hearty at your homes and trying to survive with this warm weather. This is your host Benish Chaudhary in your very own program Views a Spectrum with a new personality and new things to share with you. Dear viewers, the personality with whom we are going to meet today is young and energetic addition to the law structure of Pakistan. He did his LLB in 2006 from Buckingham. Then he took the degree of Bar at Law in 2007 from Lincoln's Inn. Later on, he came back to his native land Pakistan and started his career as Senior Law Associate of Nafis Siddiqui in December 2007. Dear viewers, the suspense ends here. Let me disclose the personality. Today we are present in the drawing room of Barrister Waleed Khanzada. Assalamu alaikum Waleed, how are you?
Walaikum salam, I'm fine, thank you.
First of all, we are very thankful to you for giving us time in spite of your very busy schedule.
You're welcome.
So Waleed, firstly tell me, why did you select the profession in our doctor engineers dominated society?
I was kid, I wanted to become like my grandfather, and he was in this profession, that's why I chose this profession. And once I started my studies, I get to know what it's all about and not. Even in my A levels, I took one subject of law where I found it more interesting, so I did law.
Why did you start your practical life in Pakistan after completing your education from renowned foreign institutes?
Because I'm a firm believer that person should be where he belongs, and my roots are in Pakistan. That's why I only went there for studies, and the moment my studies finished, I came back.
Who has been your inspiration in this field?
Like I said, my grandfather firstly. I've been with him all along and I've seen him how he has done. He has been in this profession since 52 and he has been a judge in High Court and chairman in Services Tribunal, and I've watched him so closely that it wanted me to do the same too. And on top our Qaid Pakistan, Qaid-e-Azam and Qaid-e-Awam Zulfikar Ali Bhutto did the same, so I followed their footsteps.
In your opinion, does luck matter in acquiring our destination?
In my opinion, I think you can get whatever you want, provided that you work hard. So luck part is obviously there, but if you work hard, you will get what you want. But if you don't work hard and only believe in luck, then you won't get anywhere.
What basic qualities or characteristics a good lawyer or barrister must possess?
Firstly, keeping Pakistan in mind, I would say ethics, professional ethics. And then other than that, obviously hard work, it's always there, and a good grasp of what you're saying and the knowledge of the principles of law, what it's all about. And that's all you need.
Do you think that ability to become a good lawyer or barrister is God-gifted like painter or poet?
You can say to some extent, because if you're a lawyer, a litigator, then obviously you need to have that thing which is mostly gifted when you're on your feet, the way you speak, the way you present your case. To some extent, I believe that it is gifted.
What are the basic reasons behind the useless extension and postponement of cases in Pakistani courts?
In Pakistan, what it is totally different scenarios here. Sometimes lawyers aren't present, adjournments, unnecessary adjournments. Sometimes judges changes and they call for a new trial altogether. And our lower judiciary changes quite often. And every new judge comes in place, he requires new trial altogether, which is understandable. But other than that, it's just part of our system for some reason, which it shouldn't be. That people have this perception that people are actually scared to go to the courts because they think that it'll take ages for them to get a justice. And there's a famous legal saying in English law, which is justice delayed is justice denied. But here for some reason that saying has no effect whatsoever.
In Pakistan, high fees charged by the lawyers and barristers also create so many difficulties for poor public in getting justice. So how do you analyze this action of our lawyers?
It depends. Fees varies from case to case and a person who is dealing with your matter from advocate to advocate. But I don't think that due to the high fees or fees for that matter, people don't come for the justice, because there are so many things in place. For example, legal aids are there provided by the government, provided by the foreign services, where you don't have to pay anything and they'll give you free advice and free legal actions. They'll attend court hearings on your behalf, and they won't charge you anything. And other than that, there are NGOs like human rights and other so many NGOs which provide you free of cost services. And so yeah, I think that fees only doesn't stop people going to the court.
In courts, lawyers sometimes ask very derogatory and unethical questions from the opposite party. So is this behavior a proper and official part of this profession, or it's just a self-adopted policy of our lawyers?
No, it's not at all. It's not. Mostly these sort of questions, the one which you're referring, if I'm correct, you're referring to the family law cases. Other than that, none of the such cases comes in between. But according I'm a firm believer that this remarks, if made, it's only individual lawyer and not the whole lawyer community itself.
After the suspension and then the reinstatement of Chief Justice and other lawyers, will the interest and inclination of our young generation will increase towards this field, or it will decrease?
Yeah, definitely. I can tell you when Chief Justice of Pakistan was suspended, it was March 2007, and I was still doing my bar at law in London. And I remember, because we didn't have the televisions at that time in England, and I still remember that I used to go to YouTube very often to see what are the updates and go on the newspaper websites of Pakistan and to see what are going on. And I used to discuss, my teachers in England used to discuss that Chief Justice of Pakistan, of Supreme Court, if he can't get justice, how can people would get justice? It used to be very difficult for us to defend. But all of our Pakistani who were the law students and doing bar at law, we all used to sit down, used to think what's going on and what should be the course of action, and we used to follow this proceedings very, very closely, despite that we had exams on top of our head that time, but still we used to watch those proceedings very closely. So I think yes, all young generation is there.
What are the main drawbacks of overall law structure of Pakistan?
That would be definitely that every single thing is decided by the court. Whereas if you compare this system with England or with India for that matter, our neighbors, it's quite lengthy process here in Pakistan. Whereas in England, what it is, it's you come to the court only for the controversy matter. Everything has been sorted out before coming to the court at pre-trial stages. But here we don't have pre-trial stages. All the pre-trial stages are even conducted by the judges itself. So obviously, due to the huge amount of cases they deal with, it makes it impossible and makes it lengthy. And that would be.
Do you think that Sharia judiciary will affect the court system?
Sharia, not as such, because we have Shariat courts already. We have Federal Shariat Court which is in place, and all of the appeals are heard by Supreme Court, and they have all the branches in all 4 provinces, and Federal Shariat Court is situated in Islamabad. So Federal Shariat Court is part of our constitution too. So no, not Shariat Court. They won't affect.
According to you, what are the biggest achievements of your career?
Of my law practice, that would be, we recently did a case which was of high importance here in Pakistan as well as for our government. We did a contract, we negotiated a contract on behalf of the Karachi Port Trust, and that contract was of $50 billion, and which basically means that this tender process was held, and that was conducted by us to procurement and everything. And then successful bidder was Hutchinson Port Holding, which is of Hong Kong company, and it's a $500 million contract which we negotiated successfully. And what they're going to do is, it's for Pakistan deep water container terminals. We don't have that sort of droughts here at Karachi Port at this point, but we will be having that very soon. And in fact, as we speak, there is an anniversary going on, which is inauguration ceremony there in Karachi, and they are inaugurating that Karachi deep water terminal right now itself.
When you're going to get married?
Married, I haven't thought about it, and I don't think so that I'll be getting married really soon because I want to excel in my field.
Okay, Waleed, tell us about your future plans.
My future plan would be ideally to excel in this field like my grandfather did, and maybe someday become the top-notch lawyer of Pakistan, hopefully.
Okay, Waleed, thank you so much. It was really an immense pleasure talking to you. This card and these flowers will go to you from me and my whole team, which will always remind you of this interview.
Thanks a lot. Thank you. Thank you.
Wish you all the best for your upcoming
Thanks a
future.
lot.
Okay, dear viewers, this was our interview with Barrister Waleed Khanzada. I hope you enjoyed a lot this informative interview. Especially Waleed portrayed a very awesome message during his interview that it's our struggle which determines our way, not our luck. Now it's time to take leave. Inshallah, we'll be here again next week with new personality and new perspectives. Till then, take excellent care of your precious selves, your lives and your loved ones. This is your host Binish Chaudhary saying final goodbye to you.